Hello and welcome, Wellness TV members. My name is Anthony D. I'm a registered dietitian and certified personal trainer. What I love to do is engage, educate, and empower my clients in making quality decisions over time where they get sustainable results. Today, we're going to talk about something that's very relevant and important in our daily lives, and that is the holiday season. It happens every year. It's also an area where most people trip up and tend to have some issues with their healthy eating and their fitness. What we'll talk about today is ways you can limit or prevent any kind of weight gain or health issues over the holiday season. It's definitely a time to celebrate, spend time with family, make memories, but also stay healthy. What I'll do is get my presentation pulled up and we'll get started. All right, so we're going to look to stay healthy for the holidays. Now I want you to think for one moment how much weight most people gain throughout the holidays. So 3 pounds, 5 pounds, maybe double digits into 10 pounds. In reality, the research shows that most people gain an average of 1 pound per year. Now what happens is that most people keep that weight on. Throughout the year, they don't lose it, they maintain it, and as the years go by, they accumulate that weight over the years. The people that tend to stay focused, they tend to make good decisions over the holidays, they're the ones that tend to be successful over the long term. Let's talk about some reasons why people gain weight over the holiday season. Holidays are a time to celebrate. And one thing we do to celebrate is to drink alcohol. And throughout the holidays, we tend to have higher calorie alcohol beverages. When you think about anything that has to do with like hot chocolate or coffee, tend to add in some cream in there, maybe some vodka drinks, maybe some higher calorie beers in the wintertime. They can really add up over the holiday season. There's the pressure to eat unhealthy options. When you're out with family and friends, there's going to be different high calorie foods, and you're going to feel pressure to try what people bring to the holiday season. Throughout these events, there might be multiple courses at a meal. You think about an appetizer, a salad, a soup, the main entree. Maybe there's a dessert afterward as well. Sometimes we're not really focused on portion control during the holidays. It's usually a buffet style where we're not portioning it out correctly. We're taking too many options. Again, too many options, right? So there's all these different starch options, meat options, and we feel like we have to try it all. And when there's too many options, there's tend to be these high calorie options. They're the ones made from butters, from creams, from gravies, maybe it's fried or breaded. Those tend to be very high in calories. Throughout this time frame, there's sweets everywhere. There's candies, there's cakes, there are cookies. It's at work, it's at home, it's at school. Tends to be too many throughout an extended period of time. There's the temptation to, and it happens all the time with the mindless eating. Maybe we're not paying attention to how much we're eating. Maybe we're distracted or we're upset or stressed. Throughout the holiday season, there could be multiple different events with food. There could be work events, it could be school, it could be potlucks with friends and family. Maybe throughout this time frame, you got to eat more than usual. Again, maybe there's events that are catered or you have to do a potluck. There's a lot of times you're eating where you're not eating those home cooked meals you usually do. There's this idea of this battle mindset where we're fighting against the fact that we want to enjoy the holidays, but also we want to stick to our goals as well. And again, there's so much going on. We're usually very busy individuals, but then the increased stress of shopping, preparing meals, entertaining guests, that is an increased stressor and makes us gain weight over the holiday season. There are certain things we do, we make excuses throughout this holiday season, and that tends to get us in trouble. There's the temptation to say, there's all these options out here. People prepared great meals for me. How can I resist? How can I say no? throughout these holidays, it only happens once a year. If I'm entertaining people, I'm going to a party, I want to be the life of the party. So I should be the one providing the tasty food, those ones that people are going to love and that are sweet, that are savory. I want to treat my friends and family. There's the excuse of, you know what, I enjoy eating food, and really around the holidays, what else is fun to do without the food? And there's a temptation to say, you know what, I may ruin this entire day by overeating. I'm just going to start tomorrow. Let's talk about some answers and the ways you can change that way of thinking. When you're thinking about how can I resist, really trying to eat mindfully, be kind to yourself. Don't feel like you have to say no completely. There's no black and white thinking here. Really trying to be mindful about what you're trying to do that day. If a holiday is one day a year, keep it that way, right? Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We cannot allow it to become multiple days in a row from leftovers or multiple parties. Really try and keep the celebration to that holiday. Yes, you may want to be a life of party. You want to provide something. I'm the same way. I want to provide something that is exciting, that's special, that's unique. Really try and get creative. There's multiple ways you can present fruits, vegetables, salads, soups in a healthy way. I guarantee you, if you Google or look for recipes online or on books, you're going to find plenty of ways to provide things that taste good, that look good, that are appetizing, that your guests and your family and your friends will love. There's plenty of things you could do that are fun that don't have to involve food. Playing games with family and friends, listening to music, dancing, getting exercise, having certain conversations with family and friends, really trying to have fun and make memories without involving food. There's a saying that tomorrow never comes. So really try and live in the moment, be self-aware, make good decisions throughout the day, and don't try and have that end-all be-all mindset throughout the holiday season. That's about exercise. That's another piece of the holidays of staying healthy. There's certain excuses we may make during the holiday season. Now, depending where you are throughout the country, this may apply to you, it may not. Sometime the holiday season is during the winter time. And depending on areas of the country, it's going to be very cold. So that may be one way that we make excuses for not to exercise. Same rules apply here. If you're where your area practices daylight savings time, we may have short days where it gets dark very quickly. Some people make excuses that I can't exercise, I can't get away, I have family staying at my place, I have people coming over. There's no way I can get away to exercise. And we see this a lot in the holiday season, during the winter time, just not in the mood. There's that seasonal depression disorder. It can be very demotivating to get active. Let's give you some resolutions and solutions here, okay? If you're someone who likes to work out outside, definitely try and get some layers, get some warm clothes, layer up so that you can stay warm but also stay active outside. There's always another way to stay active. If there's an obstacle, find another way. If you have the flexibility in the day and you still want to exercise outside, really try and go when it's light outside. If you can't get outside during the daytime hours, try and do something indoors, group exercise, doing something in a workout room or just in an area where you have plenty of space. Now, if you have family or friends who are staying over, you have guests, you don't have to leave them out. There's definitely ways you can involve the people around you. That could be group exercises. It could be playing a pickup game of sports. It could be doing something, a video, doing dancing at home, just having fun throughout the day. And I've experienced this multiple times personally. If I'm not in the mood, I still make myself go to the gym or exercise, because within 10 to 15 minutes of movement, your body gets those good endorphins, and you actually get the motivation to continue. So really, if there's times when you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, try and move and you'll be surprised how you feel. One thing that's very important throughout the holidays is really trying to control your portions. This will help you reduce the amount of intake and the amount of calories you're eating throughout the day. Really trying to focus on those high calorie favorites. For me, on Thanksgiving, my favorites are the stuffing, and then the dark meat turkey. But I know those are high calorie foods, so I try and limit all the other starches and meats on that plate. Once you pick your very select few of your favorites, fill that plate up with vegetables. Do non-starchy vegetables, do salad, do soups with plenty of produce in that meal. When you're choosing those meats, really trying to choose the lower fat meats. That could be the turkey, it could be lean cuts of ham, it could be fish. Anything that has low fat in it is going to be very important. Try and live by the one plate rule during the holidays. We have the temptation, the food tastes so good, we eat it so quickly. Before we know it, we're going to grab a second plate. Really give yourself some time to eat mindfully and identify if you're still hungry, because more often than not, we're going to be satisfied from that one plate. And lastly, when you're choosing the starches, really try and choose the lower fat ones. When I mean that, I mean the ones that don't have a lot of added fat to them. Think about brown rice, brown pasta, anything like that, baked potatoes, if you're doing that, sweet potatoes. Really trying to limit anything that has a lot of added butter, cream sauces to it, cheeses to it. That's where the calories tend to hide. Let's talk about drinks, because that can be one area people trip up over the holiday season. Starting off, we all know we need it. We probably don't drink enough water. The more water you can do, you're going to fill up on liquid. You're not going to eat as much as well. If water just doesn't do it for you, you can add in some spritzers. Carbonated water with a little bit of juice in there. It's very refreshing, very festive, tastes great. Again, you can do coffee and tea. These are low calorie, decaf and caffeinated beverages. Really trying to limit any sugars or sweeteners or creamers you're putting in there, but those are great options too to stay hydrated. If you're going to drink alcohol, I'm not someone who's going to give up my alcohol, but really try and be smart of how much you're doing. Give yourself a limit of so many. Usually the guiding organizations like the USDA recommend 1 drink for women, 2 drinks per men. I'm not a big fan of what they do there, but really trying to have some common sense, be practical here, really trying to drink less than you normally do. And if you're going to drink alcohol, the 2 best options for you where you're going to health benefits, lower calories, low sugar, is going to be the wine, because there's some resveratrol in the red wine and some other good for you nutrients, but also vodka is the most clean spirit. There's basically just a little bit of calories in there. It mixes with a lot of things too, but be careful with the mixers because those can tend to be a lot of calories. But those are the usually drinks I recommend. Obviously, be smart, have portion control in mind. Here's some strategies to eat mindful. This is something I work on with my clients a lot. It's very important because it's going to help you limit the amount of overeating you can do in the holiday season. Throughout the meal, really trying to check in with your body. See how you're feeling. Are you still hungry? Are you starting to get satisfied? Are you splitting at your pants? Really trying to ask yourself, where am I at right now? How am I feeling? When you're around others, during the main meal, during the meals in between, when you're waiting for guests to come in, really trying to participate in discussion. When you're around others, that helps keep pace, that helps your mind and in your stomach to talk to each other. It really helps limit you overeating. Really trying to limit distractions. This could be screens, this could be multitasking, this could be too much commotion going on. Really trying to eat in that peaceful environment where there's very low distractions. Really have a beverage with you. Again, those lower calorie beverages are going to be more preferred. Having your water with you, maybe a coffee or a tea, maybe a spritzer. That's going to help fill up your stomach quicker, take up volume, and give yourself some pace too. And again, really try and be mindful of the moment. All too often in these holidays, I look around, spending time with my loved ones, really just appreciating that we're all together, and really savoring, appreciating that moment in time. Let's talk about sweet cravings. We know there's going to be desserts around. We know there's going to be candies, cakes, and cookies, not only at the main meal, but throughout the holiday season. There's going to be a lot of temptations. Before the meal or during the meal, before desserts come through, really trying to fill up on those veggies. Those are going to give you some satisfaction. They're going to take up volume. They're going to give you a lot of good nutritional benefits. If you're someone who eats when you see, like the seafood diet, really trying to limit yourself from being near those sweets, right? So if there's a certain room where sweets tend to be out, trying to avoid that area. If there's any time there's desserts that are left over, really try and limit taking those home, have someone else take them home so that you're not tempted to overeat after the party. If you're gonna enjoy your desserts, I have a sweet tooth. I love my desserts during the holidays. Really choose your favorites. You don't have to sample everything. So choose the ones you know you're gonna like the best, take small portions and savor that. Again, if you're gonna have your desserts, choose from a small plate. Don't try and pile on a huge plate of desserts because you know that's gonna be higher in calorie throughout the day. And then another way to control your portions and also your sweets is really just to have something to drink. It's gonna keep you hydrated, it's gonna keep you satisfied. And then after dinner, before you go on throughout the celebration, maybe try and get up and be active. That's gonna be a way to help to limit those sweet cravings from coming on. Here's some dishes that are gonna be guilt-free, where you're not gonna feel bad about eating throughout the holiday season. Bruschetta, some hard crusty bread with a little bit of that tomato topping is very low in calorie. There's plenty of nutrition there. It's gonna keep you satisfied. It's very festive as well. If there's something you want to be sweet but also satisfying, doing some baked apples, maybe a little bit of cinnamon on top, those are gonna be a great option too. A great starch to have on your meals with a lot of nutritional benefits, a lot of vitamin A, a lot of fiber are those sweet potatoes. Just limit any butter, marshmallow, any of those toppings because the brown sugar, those are all gonna be higher calorie. Choosing leaner cuts of ham or turkey, those are gonna be lower in calorie. They're gonna give you a lot of good quality protein. Angel fruit cake is a great sweet because it's light, it's fluffy, it tastes great. It's gonna be lower in calorie too. Choosing fresh soups and salads, those are gonna be filled with vegetables, lean meats. They're gonna take up volume too without a lot of calories. Another way, again, that's going to give you a lot of fiber, a lot of nutritional benefit, make you feel satisfied, is focusing on a lot of fresh veggies. Here's some top 10 tips to have a successful holiday season. If you're someone who has a problem saying no, or you want to have a cop-out, if people tempt you or really pressure you to try and eat something, just say, I'm in training. This works for anything, right? So if you're in training for a marathon, if you're training for a job, if you're training to lose weight, just say, yeah, I'm in training, right? So I'm really trying to do good for myself. If there's gonna be people who are gonna take offense when you say no, really practice beforehand. Just saying no, just, you know what, not for me, not today. I appreciate the offer. Be very firm in your statements and people will understand. Is say if you do have extra treats after the fact, maybe give them away, donate them, let your family take them. There's gonna be a lot of people who enjoy them, and it's not gonna put them away from their goals as well. If there's certain foods you don't care for, again, just pass on them, right? Say no, focus on the foods that you do like. Make this time a time for family, for friends, for loved ones. Really focus on that as opposed to the food, and you'll go a long way. There's something called stealth exercise, and this is basically where you sneak in exercise throughout the day. You say you're busy cleaning up because you have family, right? Get some music, loud music playing, kind of dance throughout the time where you're cleaning. Take the stairs more often than not, park further away. The ways you can sneak in exercise, that's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna get you moving throughout the day. This is a time to definitely prioritize your sleep. Make sure you get quality sleep. It's gonna help you rest to recharge. Again, keep it to one day. We know the holiday season is long, but the more that you can limit it to the actual holiday, the better. We know there's gonna be plenty of invites, plenty of opportunities to go out and about. I have friends who are doing holiday stuff every single weekend. The more that you can limit, the more that you can say no to go to these events, the better. And again, really take time to savor the moment to relax. My mother is nonstop. She has a hard time slowing down, relaxing. And I tell her, like, hey, just get some time off your feet, relax, enjoy the evening. But she's just go, go, go. And I know it stresses her out. But the more time you can take time to relax, the better off you're going to be, the less stress you're going to have. So all in all, I want to thank you for spending time with me today. The holiday season is time to celebrate, really enjoy time with friends and family. There's a lot of factors that can make or break a holiday season. Really trying to understand the contributing factors for extra calories and know the strategies that are going to help you mitigate the extra calories and the weight gain over time. Go on the holidays with having a strategy, having a plan, especially those days when you know you're going to be out of your normal routine. Really have ways that you're going to make the best of it. I wish you all the luck. Hope you have a happy holiday season, and take care. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you.